Can a non-American citizen be on my trust and be entitled to get my inheritance? Yes, absolutely. Why not? Anyone. You can name anyone as your beneficiary, not just on your trust, but in your will. A charity, a company, a citizen, a non-citizen, anyone in the world, that part doesn't matter. I have two nieces. They live in Paris. They are in the process of getting green cards. So this person has her nieces in Paris. She wants to make them the beneficiaries of her trust. And in her trust, she's saying that they're not US citizens. Okay, anytime you have a non-US citizen inheriting anything from you within the United States, there's going to be a withholding tax. And I think, if I recall correctly, it's about 30%. So what does that mean? Yeah, your nieces can inherit from you. And as long as they are not US citizens, there is a withholding tax. So your trustee, before distributing any of your assets out to your nieces in Paris, right? Then they're going to have to hold on to 30% of the value of those assets that you give to your nieces before distributing to them. And then when your nieces, if they ever do decide to file their tax returns regarding that, they can get some of that money back. But that is the way our government ensures that people don't take money out of the United States without paying taxes. You have to withhold it. But if they do a tax filing, that tax could go up, it can go down. This is the way that the government protects itself, by kind of keeping that 30% as a deposit. So the trustee can withhold that amount, give it to the IRS as a tax, and not do anything from there. And your nieces will be fine. And that's just kind of the government's vig for distributing assets to non-citizens. Or your nieces can then, as non-citizens, file taxes saying, hey, IRS, we're not citizens. We received an inheritance from a US citizen, from a US trust, and the tax was this, but this is the income that happened on those assets, stuff like that. There's ways that that value can come down and they can get some of that money returned back to them. Most of the time, people don't do it. They just pay the 30% and they walk away. But the moment your nieces get their green card and become residents of the United States, the whole equation changes. And if they ever become citizens, it's a non-issue. They get the money tax-free. So these are just some things to keep in mind, but there is a withholding requirement for them. It doesn't mean that they're not allowed to be beneficiaries of your trust. Now, make sure that your trustee, on the other hand, the person running your trust, is a US citizen. Because if your trustee is also a non-citizen, then this is a different issue. This isn't about money leaving your trust and going to a non-citizen. This is about your money being managed, your trust being managed by a non-citizen. What does that mean? It means your trust goes from a US domestic trust to a foreign trust. And the tax filing requirements for that are pretty intense. Not something that can't be done. You can totally do it, but it's why. Why would you waste time and money filing a lot more documents, giving a lot more disclosure to the government about your assets just because you have a non-US trust? So make sure your trustee is a US citizen. It's okay if you have beneficiaries that are not US citizens. All right, that was a nice long quickie of Ask Me Anything. Once again, if you guys have questions related to estate planning, protecting your assets, protecting your loved ones, keeping your family out of court and out of conflict, please email them to us at info@skyunlimited.law, or reply in the comments or send us a message. We will gather all that and we will answer them every Thursday around 2 p.m. on our Ask Me Anythings. I'm Yasha Saba, signing off. Take care.